you're either intentionally living a life towards some kind of purpose, or you're flowing with the stream of events and thoughts and energies that, are part of the world we live in.
How do you teach people, or how do you yourself have the awareness to be able to to see, hear, receive that homing signal
I'm so
and
glad
know when to follow it?
yeah, excuse me for interrupting. I'm so excited that you and I resonate, over that. Yeah. 'Cause, there's a very large philosophical debate that's been around as long as there have been human beings about whether we are truly the commanders of every action we take or whether we're predestined to do certain things. And frankly, I have no interest in that conversation whatsoever. I'm not being dismissive. It just doesn't call to me. What calls to me, though, is this idea that the best of both is when we feel a calling towards something, vis-a-vis my metaphor of the homing signal, pinging all the time. We feel called towards something, but the way in which we move toward it and the way in which we embody it is left up to us as individuals to choose based on what most resonates with us. And I think this is not too big of a stretch to say all of us are born with some gift, some basket of gifts, aren't we? Look, you have talent as a musician, you have talent as a speaker, you have talent as a lawyer, you have wonderful articulate ability to express yourself. The list of your gifts is quite long, but you get to choose how you deploy those gifts, in what way you use them. Same in some ways for me. So what I'm trying to say is really quite simple. I don't want to make it complicated. If you resonate with this idea that there is something that might be calling you, that you might have been gifted in order to do, some purpose that might be a thing that would be signature in your life, one of the things that at the end of your life you'd be most grateful that you did, you pursued, you accomplished, then the freedom to pursue that and embody that in the way that feels right to you, that to me is the best of all worlds. It almost seems like a miraculous combination, to sort of be divinely called but humanly free to choose our path to get to that calling. So I've overused this metaphor already today. I promised you I would. I love this idea, like there's a lighthouse on the hill. And each day I just walk towards that light. And if I do that, I have this inner peace that I'm on purpose. I'm on path. And I'm not trying to over religiousize this in any way. I'm really talking about it at this deep level of the human experience of you're either intentionally living a life towards some kind of purpose, or you're flowing with the stream of events and thoughts and energies that, are part of the world we live in. And I really do think the choice is that fundamental. I don't know if anybody in your audience will say in the chat there, he's already oversimplified all of the universe. Maybe. I don't know. It's possible, and it's possible that I am. I don't know. I tend to be a very simple person, but I do see this very simply, as an existential idea, but really simple. There's something I'm supposed to do. There's something I was gifted to be able to do. And there's something that I have the capacity, if I choose to do it, to be happy about the fact that I did it. That's a simple formula. And yet it marks the difference between a life sort of lived at random, maybe even a good life or a productive life, and a life that's lived, as so many people say today, on purpose.